Hi everyone, thanks for joining me today. I am going over some of my tiny projects. I don't even know how many sock patterns on the needles right now, but I'm enjoying every single moment in every single one of them, so I thought I would show you everything that's going on. We are in a new location, so I'll tell you a little bit more about that at the end of the podcast, but I want to jump right into projects. So my tiny little socks. I haven't worked on these much. I think I showed these a few podcasts ago. These are my patron socks. They are Scrappy socks. So in April, we had our patron gathering. So what we did was we actually met in person in Lexington, Kentucky. It was so much fun. We had a blast. Everybody had a blast. I can't even tell you, it was better than I could have ever imagined or anticipated. So we will definitely be doing it again. If you're not in our patron group, we have a Mighty Networks community. For anybody who is a Lolodidit.com customer, it's free. But the patron community has a lot more perks and benefits, and one of those is the ability to go to our gathering. So we will probably have it again next spring. I will get all of the details and of course give it to everybody, but this was really fun. So we did a Scrappy exchange. And what I'm doing, I'm not necessarily a Scrappy person. I know that sounds really crazy, but I'm not necessarily a Scrappy person. I don't really like doing Scrappy projects. Even when I was crocheting all the time, I made a ton of granny square blankets. And back in the day, this is a long time ago. I've been crocheting since I was like 5. I've never really been a Scrappy person. I always plan the projects and plan the colors and what go together. And this actually, if you think about it, makes a lot of sense because I am a dyer. I like to see everything come together and be cohesive and have a collection and things like that. So what I've been doing is taking each scrap and then doing a pattern with my tonal color, Ice Ice Baby. So what I was thinking is writing up a little pattern on how I am, it's striping these, but also making it kind of a fade so that it is a planned Scrappy project instead of Scrappy. For all of you guys, there are a million out there of you who love Scrappy projects, but there's also the other half of the million who don't really like Scrappy projects, but you have scraps and you want to use them. So I was thinking about writing this up because I'm really enjoying it. I set it aside because I really wanted to finish a couple of sweaters that I'd been working on, so I put this aside because this is not one of those projects that I can take with me when we're driving somewhere, driving to Lexington or anything like that. So I keep this by my chair, the chair that I knit in every night, but because I was working on other projects, I kind of set this aside, but I'm going to be picking this back up because I'm almost done with my second sweater of the year. So I'm really proud of myself. I've got like an inch left and I can bind off, which is so exciting. So I'll share that with you in a future podcast. So, but these are my Scrappy socks. So thank you to all the patrons who gave me their little scraps. They're so cute. And I'm enjoying putting them together and like making them a thing, you know. I've got a lot of second socks that I'm working on. So I'll share with you. If you have been following me for a while, we do the weekend sock challenge almost every month. It's been like every month, every 6 weeks. The next one that is happening is July 23rd. I'll put the dates down here. I'm pretty sure it's July 23rd, but the dates right here will correct me if I'm wrong. So the weekend sock challenge is knit a sock, so cast on, and in 2 days, 48 hours, get as far as you can. It is a purely participation knit along, and we have a ton of fun. A lot of people have donated prizes, including Telly Bean Knits, Paper Daisy Creations, Hanks and Needles, Kettle and Hearth Fiber. There's a few others. I'll write these people down here, people who have donated prizes, and it's always been really fun. This is my weekend sock challenge pattern. This is basically my vanilla sock pattern that I used my colorway Sisters and Glorious Morning. They're from my Hocus Pocus collection. And this is my go-to recipe. If you're seeing me knit a sock that's plain vanilla, this is probably the sock pattern that you'll see. It's a really classic. It's got a Dutch heel turn, which is really nice. It fits, it kind of cups your heel really nicely. So I love this sock pattern, and this is available on Ravelry, Lolodidit.com, and Etsy. So when I published this pattern, I actually just took a picture of an unfinished sock because I wanted to show you that this was the weekend sock challenge, that it doesn't matter if you actually finish. But I did actually finish the sock. And then I am almost done with the second one. I think I have like 2 more rounds, and then I have to Kitchener the toe. But this is really fun. Yes, I do have kits for this on my website. Yes, you should totally join the weekend sock challenge. If you join it on Instagram, you can use any yarn you'd like, and of course any pattern you'd like too. You can do any pattern. It's just a sock participation challenge. If you do it on our Mighty Knitworks community, you do need to use Lolodidit yarn, but there's more prize opportunities. So you know, it depends on what you want, but I definitely would join in if I were you, and join our community and have fun with us. So hopefully I'll get this done this week. I would love to get these done. They've been on my needles for a while, considering that the Hocus Pocus collection came out last Halloween, so probably September-ish. These are long overdue, and I really just want to wear them, so I'm going to get those done. Then I have these. Now, starting in January, now it's June, so I'm slightly behind, but starting in January, I told myself that I was going to knit up 1 sock in self-striping sock yarn each month. And the reason behind this is because I have a huge self-striping sock yarn stash. I love it. I have fun with it. I really enjoy it. And it's something that I don't dye, which sounds really weird to you guys, but when I'm dyeing the yarn and then knitting up the sock and then showing you guys, you know, it feels like sometimes it's part of my job, and then I kind of lose my mojo. And so knitting up that, it's not part of my job. I don't have to do this. This is purely for fun, and I usually just knit vanilla socks anyways. So this January, I thought I would challenge myself to 1 sock a month, and I just keep that sock in the car with me. So I'm just knitting on the socks. Basically, if I'm in the car, or if we go anywhere that we need to wait somewhere, or if I'm in like a group setting and like or a potluck or something like that, something fun, that I can just knit away and don't really have to think about it. So that's where my self-striping came. So it's June, so we're on month 6. I will be casting on another one this month because I'm almost done with these 2 socks, but I wanted to show them to you because I really like them. I like the dyers, and I like their colors, and they're just really fun, so I thought I'd show them. So this is, let me actually take the sock blocker off my weekend sock challenge and then share it with this other one. I could get more sock blockers. Nah, I don't need more. So this is by Must Stash yarn, and it's called Family Reunion, and the heels and toes are out of my Barely There color Ash, which is a Barely There gray with Barely There gray speckles. So cute. I love it. I always have a skein of this for like heels and toes. I love this color because it goes with everything. So I finished this one, and then I'm almost out of yarn actually. This is it. This is the end. This pink goes into the toe. So, and what's funny is I didn't even plan this out. I just started knitting away, got a little carried away with the leg. So I knitted a little bit longer than I usually do. I usually knit like 6 or 7 inches, and this is 7.5. And I got to the toe, and I realized that I had exactly enough yarn to just knit the toe out of Ash, and that was the entire skein. Because I bought this on, they have like Mustache has like deals every so often where it's partial skeins, and so that's where I got this from. And so it worked out exactly. I have absolutely no extra yarn left, which is kind of crazy. So anyways, I thought that was really fun. I very much enjoyed these. Hopefully I finished the toe, because I've said this on my Patreon group, but I don't think I've said this on YouTube before. I have a really hard time doing heels and toes in the car or while I'm talking to people or engaging in conversation, probably because I talk with my hands a lot and I lose track of what I'm doing. So I have to do the heels and toes while I'm sitting at my knitting chair, like just zoning out, watching nonsense TV or listening to an audiobook or listening to music or something. So this is why this toe isn't done. So, because I'm finishing up this toe that is in my weekend sock challenge pattern. So that will happen soon. And then the second self-striping, so I'm on 4 colorways, and what I'm going to do, this is going to sound really crazy, but there goes my light. Sorry about that. So what I'm going to do is I am going to cast on 2 different colorways and put one in my car and one in my husband's car so that I have 2 different sock patterns. So I'm actually like working on 2 different colorways. So I thought that would be really fun. Some of you are going to say you should put the same colorway, but 2 different socks in each car, which would work too, but then that's not as fun. Then each color ride I can work on a different colorway. So this one is by Freckled Whimsy, Carrie Winters. She is awesome. She is one of my good friends. I love her so much. And this is colorway called I Love You Mean It. The first time I saw this, I had to get it. Like immediately needed to buy this because that's what my husband and I say all the time. Every time we're going somewhere or we're doing something silly or we're just joking around with each other, we're like, yeah, I love you, mean it, and then we leave. And so as soon as I saw it, I bought it, and as soon as it came into the mail, I cast it on. So I am actually done with both socks, and I just finished the toe of this one like 2 days ago, so I haven't woven in my ends, but super cute. And I used, just on the heel, I used a contrast that I found just a little bit of my colorway Vertigo, which I haven't released in a really long time. So if it's something that you want to see on my shop, make comments below, because if I don't get enough people who tell me that they want to see something, I kind of just leave those old colorways in the background and I don't dye them again. But I really liked this colorway and I had just a tiny bit left. I knit a pair of socks for my sister out of this a long time ago, like years ago, and I must have had just like this little bit left, so I thought that was perfect. So these are Freckled Whimsy, Love You Mean It. I love them. They're so cute. And let's see, what else do I have? My light went flying. It's not actually that dark. Maybe I don't even need a light. This is fine. But my light went flying, which means my sock went flying. So this is another sock that I cast on for the last weekend sock challenge. Didn't actually have a lot of time to work on it because it was right before the Kentucky Sheep and Fiber show. And I think it's actually called the Kentucky Sheep and Fiber Festival. But that's in Lexington every year in June. And so we had the weekend sock challenge, I think the weekend before that. So I didn't really get a lot done, but I did cast on, and what I use these vanilla socks for that are out of my colorways is I use them while I'm Zooming with our patrons. We have a weekly Zoom, which is super fun. This colorway is, that shows up pretty good. Pretty Little Zombies, which I do have on the shop right now. I decided to dye it for the month of June. So you have maybe 2 more weeks to get this one. This is Pretty Little Zombies, and it's got like magenta, pink, green, and teal and gray speckles. And this is out of a yarn base that I haven't carried in years, at least 6 years, if not longer, but it was called God Save the Queen, and it's a BFL sock base. And I did actually find 10 skeins of this while I was unpacking this new space. And so I'm putting those 10 skeins undyed on my Patreon exclusive shopping section. And if you are a patron and you're interested in this, because this is really fun to knit with, I love these for socks. If you're a patron, you can choose any colorway you'd like, and I'll dye it for you. So I'm going to put those up sometime in the next week or two. So just as a heads up to patrons, because I know you guys are watching this. So I can't believe it. I was going through boxes and I'm like, what is all this yarn? And I'm going through, I'm like, oh my gosh, I'm actually knitting this right now. This is awesome. So yeah, and I almost dyed a whole bunch for myself. I'm kind of selfish that way. And then I was like, no, I'll save it for the patrons and they can knit it and it'll be fun. So this is my Pretty Little Zombies colorway. And I do actually have these little stitch markers that I'm using on my shop right now. This is by Simply Serving, who is Simply Serving HK on Instagram. And this is Central Perk. It's from Friends. And I've been using this little stitch marker a lot, or Progress Keeper really, a lot lately. I love it. So I put that on the shop. That should be in our What's New section, along with Pretty Little Zombies in our What's New section. Or new to the shop, I think is what the link says, new to the shop. So super cute, love these. So I've been working on these on Zooms. So when so it's not going that fast, but that's okay. Maybe I'll cast down the other one for the Weekend Sock Challenge coming up in July. And I put the dates before, but I'll put the dates again for our Weekend Sock Challenge that's coming up in July. If you are a maker and would like to donate a prize, would like a shout out on Instagram or YouTube or anything like that, let me know. Email contact@lolodidit.com. Contact@lolodidit.com comes straight to me. If you are reaching out to me about an order or a question on your pattern or anything like that, or anything order related really, or colorway, or I need a photo of these together, email support@lolodidit.com, because that goes to our team. So even if I'm not able to get to it, somebody will get to you. It's a little bit faster of an email than contact@lolodidit.com. But if you want to donate a prize to our Weekend Sock Challenge, let me know. I would love that. And I can mention you on social media and YouTube. So let's see, what's the next one? This, I told you I had a lot of projects going on. My next one are baby socks. So this is my newest baby sock pattern that's coming out next week. And this is called Best Little Socks Ever, because they're the best. It's a pattern that I've been knitting for a long time, that I kind of just made up and knit as gifts. But I decided to write up the pattern because it's such a simple little sock. It's so cute. The size 1 is a perfect size. It's like a 3 to 6 month. It's a perfect size to give as a gift, because it's not too tiny, like for the babies who have really big feet. No offense to the babies who have big feet. And it's not too big so that they still can wear it in their little infant stage where they're sleeping a lot and they're so cute. And it's fully ribbed, so it kind of hugs the foot, so that it doesn't really kick off as easily as a plain stockinette sock. And perk, it fits perfectly on these little sock blockers. I got these from a show. I don't remember how long ago. It was a long time ago. I bought my first pair, which is this one, from A Needle Runs Through It, which is super cute. And this is their extra small size, this child size. So they fit perfectly on there, and see how it blocks out so nicely. but they fit perfectly on there too. So what I like to do is make sure that they're black. So when I give them to the mom, they don't look all shrunken up, because like this is another sock that I'm working on, and see how like ugly that looks? Like if I gave this to the new mom, they would be like, what is this? And why are you giving it to me? And then I'd be like, they're socks. They'd be like, these are the ugliest, like long-footed socks I've ever seen. Why did you give these to me? So I like blocking them first so they know what they are, because especially for non-knitters, they don't understand that ribbing kind of like sucks in the sock and makes it look ugly, but really they fit really good. So I love these sock blockers. I have two pairs. I have one that's these little hearts, and then I have another pair that is Pac-Man. So cute. So I use them all the time. So a needle runs through it. And I believe we're doing a little collaboration giveaway when this pattern comes out next week. So maybe I should confirm that before I publish this on YouTube. I need to reach out to her again. So, but this is so cute. I used my colorway Fiesta Forever. I'm not sure if I have any left on this. This is from our Dance With Me collection that came out early this spring. So if we have any left, it'll be under the signature colorway section, or I know for sure I have 2 or 3 of the little Lolo packs that have all of the Dance With Me collection, and this is in it. So really cute. Best Little Socks Ever is the name of the pattern, and it'll be coming out next week. So keep an eye out. Make sure to sign up for the newsletter. If you want the best discount on the pattern, join our Patreon group over on Mighty Networks, because they always get the best coupons. And this is coming out soon. And I have these. I actually made 4 of this color because I like this color so much, because I think it's the perfect little girl baby color. So cute. I definitely need a light. My light fell. Definitely need a light so that you can see this properly, because it's turning out a little yellow. All right, so Best Little Socks Ever are cute baby socks, and they go from age 0 to approximately 5 years old. It depends on the shoe size. What we've discovered is it's about a size 10 shoe, 9 or 10, so up to that size. So it's not necessarily age. It does go by the kids' foot size, so you do need to measure or double check, but all of that information is in the pattern. So yay, Best Little Socks Ever. And I'm going to be casting on another pair of these using one of my new colorways. I can't decide which one. Maybe, you know what you should do? You should tell me in the comments. Excuse me. You should tell me in the comments which color you want to see knit up in baby socks for next week, because my neighbor just had a little baby girl. Oh my goodness. I'm so happy for them. I haven't gone over there to see the baby or anything. It's been, I don't know, like a week or something. They need their time. But I am going to make sure to knit up some socks for her. So it's a little baby girl, and this is a new colorway coming out next week called Earth Angel. And this is a colorway coming out next week called Keep Your Hands to Yourself. So both of these are coming next week, so I thought I would cast on some new socks because they're cute. So let me know which colorway you want to see in my little baby sock. So cute. I love him. I can't help it. I love that I know a lot of people who are having babies, because I like knitting little things, because they're so easy. It takes me like a couple of hours to knit one of these socks. So it's simple. It's a beautiful gift. You can throw it in the washer if you want to. You know, it's just nice. Now, do I recommend throwing your hand-dyed yarn in the washer all the time? No, I absolutely do not. But I do throw my superwash socks in the washer and dryer. They fade over time. They get fuzzy. They pill. They're not, you know, it doesn't hold up as well if you do machine wash them. But for socks, I machine wash them. So I tell people who I gift these to that they can machine wash them. And I do wash these a couple of times ahead of time. before I give them to them, just to make sure that there is no bleeding at all, because I don't want that to be on their clothes. So yeah, anyways, tell me which color you want to see knit up, Earth Angel or keep your hands to yourself. So I'm going to knit some up. I am going to be looking for your comments, and I'm going to take a quick break and come back and tell you about our space and what we've been doing. So a few of you might be wondering why we are in a new space, but we moved out. We moved closer to home. Our previous commute was a little over 20 minutes, so we moved a little bit closer to home so that we could, you know, run our business and all of that stuff. But we had a little bit of a transition because we wanted to get a building finished for our product and making sure we had a place to dye and all that. So the past 3 months have been a little bit up in the air, and now we are settled. We are in the right space. We are setting it up, which is awesome. I love it. I'm so thankful for this space, and it's beautiful. It's exactly what we want, what we would have set up, and we are in the process of hanging yarn. Now, all of the yarn on the shop is on the shop, and we can get it. We have it in totes, and we have it really organized, but we are in the process of hanging everything up. So if you see over here, this is all of our little Lolos. We have those on fingering weight and USA DK, and we're hanging up our tonal colors here. We have some over on the other wall, and on this wall that I'm like actually standing on, this is all signature colorways. So we have so many things on the shop, and we have one-of-a-kind shop updates coming maybe every once a month. The next one-of-a-kind shop update I will put down here, June 29th, but I will put the date here to make sure. And that is awesome. Our one-of-a-kind shop updates, our patrons get access to them early, which is phenomenal. They love that. And then we do a timed one-of-a-kind shop update. We've also been putting a lot of our colors on sale. We're retiring some tonal colors. We're retiring some of our yarn bases and just making space for new things, changing it up, and making sure that we also fit in this space and making sure that it is efficient. So a lot of those things are going on right now. Definitely check out our sales section. Definitely check out our signature and one-of-a-kind section, and then get on our newsletter so that you don't miss any of our shop updates, because in the next week or so, I'm coming out with our Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy collection. And next week is our 2 new colors, Earth Angel and Keep Your Hands to Yourself. Then we have my new baby socks pattern. And again, if you're in Mighty Networks in our patron community, you will get this for the deepest discount that I offer. We have our weekend sock challenge coming up. What else do we have coming up? We've got patterns. A pattern by Telly Bean Knits is coming soon. I'm putting together 2 kits for Telly Bean Knits and Paper Daisy Creations for their patterns that are coming out sometime in this week. Lots of stuff. So make sure you're subscribed to our newsletter. Make sure you join our Mighty Networks community. It's free to Lolodidit.com customers. And if you want a little bit more, well, I shouldn't say a little bit. I would say there's a lot of perks in our patron community. So check it out. The first month is free for patrons. So it's a good opportunity to check it out without any commitment. So anyways, that's everything that's going on. Thank you all so much for joining me. Don't forget to thumbs up if you like this, subscribe to my channel, and check out all of the stuff going on. I love you guys. I am so appreciative to all of you for supporting our small business. We love dyeing yarn for you, and I love doing all of these things with you. So thank you so much, and I will see you next time.